Yay. Hey,
Yay!
hi Donna, how are you doing?
Hey Michelle, I am wonderful today. We have a really great day, and it's just nice. I mean, the weather is bad up in the Northeast, but here it's nice. So,
Well, yeah, our prayers are definitely out to those who are having to deal with the weather. I'm not
hmm
sure how much they've gotten yet, but I heard that it wasn't as bad as it was as they were anticipating. Is that right?
yeah, my brother, he lives on the west side of Massachusetts, and close to Hartford, but he's still in Massachusetts. And he said that they probably got like about 8 inches of snow there. Wasn't nowhere near what they were predicting. But you go east towards Plymouth and Boston, they're getting socked.
Oh,
So
are they? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So definitely, I'm sure that all the bread and milk is off the shelves at the grocery store.
yeah, yeah,
Got to get your bread and milk.
yes.
Well, hi everybody. My name is Michelle Grigsby, and I'm here with my business partner Donna Rios, and we are known as the Blog Babes. And we're really, really excited that you're here. And we just wanted to invite you to make sure that you are a subscriber if you want to get access to all of our previous trainings. And the reason why is because we have knocked out some pretty doggone awesome trainings. Would you agree, Donna?
I think we have. I mean, the stuff that we're teaching, and I don't want to kind of say like we're the best or anything like that, but man, if we had this teaching, if we had these available to us, I mean, how much time would have been cut off of our learning curve, Michelle?
Absolutely. In fact, we were just talking before we started this training. I was telling her how excited I was that she was going to be showing us this training on how to create these professional images, because when I got started, we didn't have access to these tools, and I think that having professional images is definitely something that will take your business to the next level. And we want to help anybody that has an online business, home business, work-at-home entrepreneurs, network marketers, anybody that wants help on how to brand themselves, how to take their business to the next level. And we do that by giving you branding tips, social media tips, and blogging tips. We're huge proponents on having your own blog, because that's like your central hub. That's like the home. That's your home where you invite people to go, and you invite them to your home and they learn more about you, and then it's there that you also can capture them as a lead. That's where they get to know you, know, like, and trust you, and once they trust you, they'll be willing to leave their email for something of value. So there's other ways you can use to capture leads, of course, and that is something that would be a totally different training altogether, but that is definitely something that you need to have in your arsenal of options whenever you have an online business. And so, Donna, what we're going to do today is, once again, let me give you the call to action. Go to theblogbabes.com/live, and we are actually, there's a little bar right underneath that you click on, and it will prompt you to put in your email address, and then you will immediately get access to all of the trainings that we've done, and we've done quite a bit, and yeah, so it's a lot of value, and several people have shared surprise that we're not charging for these courses. So we are building our courses, though. We're building a blogging course, a social media course, and we're going to be doing a video marketing course, which is going to be phenomenal. All of these are going to be phenomenal, and then of course we're about to launch our podcast, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, so Donna, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, we're busy girls, Michelle.
Yes, we are. That's why we love it.
Yep, yep. Well, hey everybody. And that exactly like what Michelle said, if we had access to the trainings that we're giving you today, I mean, it would cut our learning curve so much in half, I swear. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to kind of open up the vault, or open up the back end of my website, where you can see what I'm doing pretty much on a daily basis, for our business, to kind of, grow it and give us that, because we're creating a brand, because we're creating our business. Our brand is really important to us, and we want to get it right from the very beginning, so that we, when we're busy with other things, because like Michelle said, we got our podcast going, we're doing training, we're we're getting courses together and things like that, we don't want to have to come back and work with the systems behind the scenes or the little things. We want these to be all in place, like our foundation. And so anyways, I say all that to say that that's why I want to kind of open this up to you, to show you and kind of teach you some of the things that I do and why I look at it the way that I do, just because I have a more kind of, I could say, techie or geeky brain, you know, like, but, you know, why I look at it the way that I do and what I can impart to you. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go to a couple, well, let me just say this first. We're going to go to a couple places. One of the tools that I use pretty much every day, and when I first started, I didn't use this until I found it, and now to me it is the best, the easiest, and the quickest way to generate and to create custom images for free, and they look totally amazing. So I know that you've seen them online, and this is the tool that I'm using, and it's just Canva, but it's learning how to kind of do a couple different little things with it so that you can get the look that you're looking for. But then the other thing we're going to do is I'm creating this training platform, or this training website. I'm creating that we're doing you know, I'm doing some blogging training on it. Well, I thought, well, I have to create a header for this thing, so why not kind of combine the two? So I'm going to teach you how to create a custom header to the size that you need, and then how to be able to put that on your website or your blog, wherever, because whether it's a free or a paid theme, you know, for your blog, mostly all of them have a place that you can put a header on there if you wanted to. And so I want to show you how to do that and to get it looking really sharp, so that you present your best foot forward and like a spirit of excellence, you know, so people are attracted to you that way. So we're going to share our screen.
That sounds so awesome. And Donna, you definitely geek out when it comes to technical stuff like that. And I geek out over marketing stuff, like systems, you know, to help us be more efficient with our marketing. I think it's a perfect combination.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen, Michelle?
Yeah, we sure can.
Okay, so right now I'm at Canva, so I'm just going to show you, you know, I have the Canva tab open, and then this is the little training website that I'm setting up to do, you know, all my blogging training and things like that. And so what I want to do is I want to put a header in here so that it just kind of shows, you know, I guess it just puts a nice image, a nice full-size image, because right now images are huge online. We all know that. So how do you put a nice image there that's going to complement whether it's your website or whatever? So you can kind of take this one of two ways. You can take it that, you know, yes, we're creating a header for a website, okay, or you can take it and learn how I'm creating the image itself anyways. And so you're kind of getting two trainings, I guess, put into one. So first we're going to kind of go to, I wanted to just show you this. This is going to be the options to this theme. It's just a free theme that I'm using on this website. And right here, it's saying it's a slider, but it's telling me the size that I need it to be. So I need it to be 1,000 pixels wide by 200 pixels high. Okay? And as you work more and more with images and pixels, you'll kind of get a gist of what's that size. But now so we're going to create this image. It's going to be 1,000 pixels wide, 200 pixels high. Now I'm going to go to Canva, and when I look through the images at Canva, first they're just telling me what they are, okay? But if I hover over anything, it kind of tells me the size. You see this says 1024 by 768. Well, that's not the size I need. Here's a Facebook cover image that's 851 by 315. Well, that's not the image size I need. So how do I find the image size I need? Well, right here, you can go and you can create a custom size image for whatever size that you need. So I have used this custom size image for everything from a small little logo that I needed, but I needed it at the exact size, to a grand, for the Twitter cover page that we have on our Twitter site, or our Twitter page. I created it through here too. So I mean, from small to big, you can use this for anything that you want. So right here, my width is going to be 1,000 pixels, and my height is going to be 200. And I'm just going to say design. And now once this pulls up, let me just hide this here. So once this pulls up, this looks really small, but if you notice over here, it's only at about 65% zoomed in rate. So like if I put this where it's at 100, well, I can't even hardly see the end of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they make it smaller, so that you get to see the full-size image that you're looking at. Now, right now, of course, it's just a white screen, but the first thing that I always do is I always put a background image. And what's really cool about Canva is, now we've used this quite often, and this is like my default one that I always come to, but it's not the color that I want. So the things that I kind of change in it is I click on it, and I come here and I do the color change. And this is where you can learn the color hex numbers, or you can find them online. You can very easily just, type in Google hex code color colors, and you'll pull up a whole slew of the colors that you can use. You don't have to do that. I just do it just because I want an exact color. But look, if I didn't do that, I have this nice little color wheel right here that I can just click on it and drag to any color I want. I can come out to the edge, I can go to the center, and the color changes. So, you're kind of seeing that up there. So it doesn't, you don't have to have the hex color codes. I just tend to use them just because, I want the exact color, because I want all our images. Yes, Michelle?
Oh, did I make a sound?
Oh, no. It just sounded like you were going to say something. So, but I just want all our images to be the exact same color. And so, anyways, so I already know this because I use it so often. So anyway, so here's my color, and that's what I want to use for this website. But I don't like how these lines are really dark. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the filter. And once the filter pulls up on the contrast, you can play with these, okay? And I'm going to pull up all the advanced stuff so you can see how many things that you can have access to. You don't have to do any of these, but if you want to do them, if you want to soften it, if you want to, create a whole different look, you're able to do that. Now, you don't have to adjust any of these. You can kind of just click on some of these other little effects that they have. Not clicking. And, you can kind of see it's kind of changing a little bit, not a terrible, not terribly much. But I'm going to pull my contrast all the way down just because I want to lighten the lines. I like them to be just a little background like image, but I don't want them to be overly strong. And then on my blur, I'm going to, now look, if I can make them really crisp and clear, or I can blur them out totally. Well, I'm going to I want them there, but at the same time, I want to kind of keep them a little soft. So usually I'm going around 7, as you can see, but in any of these others, you can kind of play with. You can do your saturation, and some of them you can see will change, and some of them won't. Now, of course, if you do the tints, you might end up with some different changes. The brightness, I don't know if that will help any. And it could be because I have my contrast so down low, that's probably what's happening here. But anyway, so I have my image now, and I like my lines really soft in the background. Now, one thing I do want to kind of just point out too is, like, even though these look like they are solid a solid, it's a solid thing, and it's got, you can kind of see it's got a little bit of brush strokes or something like that on there. I can still change this. So all I have to do is click on it, and I can change the color to now exactly, our colors that I want. So even though these are different and they have like this is the little swirlies, and I can kind of change it. I click on the color, and again, and you can kind of see, so you get all kinds of different feels. So if say I pick this one, and I go to my filters, and I push my contrast over, it kind of puts it a little softer, and then I come here and change my blur. You can kind of see how it's getting very blurry looking, or you can kind of make it a little, so it just is it's totally customization for you, what you want. It doesn't, it's just your preference. And that's what I kind of like. So because I want to do this for this website, let's kind of go here. I'm going to do my normal settings that I usually do. And it took me, this was not like I just sat here one day and it just took me like 2 seconds to do this. It wasn't. It takes you a little bit of time. You have to, learning how to do these things, you have to invest the time in. And so, but the thing is that if you invest the time and do a little bit every day, you take one step at a time, and you don't have this huge, humongous project in front of you, and you're trying to do the whole project in one day, well, that can get overwhelming. But if you take this huge, humongous project and then you break it down into smaller bite sizes, of a little something that you can do today and another little something you can do tomorrow, then you feel accomplished at the end of the week because you accomplished this huge goal, and it wasn't stressed out. And this is especially true, it's a mindset thing, but it's especially true to for people that are still working, but yet they're trying to build their online presence. If you only got 2 or 3 hours a day to spend on building something, especially online when you're starting from scratch, well, you have to really break things down into smaller segments so that you don't feel overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden the next thing you know, you're giving up. Wouldn't you say that's true, Michelle?
Heck yeah, that's kind of why they need to make sure they're dialed into our trainings.
Good plug, good plug.
We do give it in bite-sized chunks like that. Like our trainings are usually never more than half an hour, and our podcasts are no more than 15 minutes.
Exactly. And that's what people need today, is just a small segment of things.
Yeah, and then we do blog posts where we do like a really quick training, and we put that in as a blog post as well, which might be part of a bigger training that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some really cool images over there. Oh, I was going to mention really quickly, I have an extension on my Chrome browser, and it's called, let me just share that really quickly, it's called Eyedropper. And what it is it literally will let you hover over anything on a page, and it will give you the hex numbers. And that's what I've been able to do whenever I've tried to create images. I didn't know that you soften the lines like that. That's really cool. But when I tried to create some images, like for a post that I did, I would just go to our blog and grab that if I didn't have the hex numbers in front of me, and I would just use my little eyedropper, and it will tell me what those hex numbers are.
Yeah, and this is the little thing she's talking about. So like real quick, I'll just go over to the Facebook page, and I'm going to click on this little eyedrop. Well, it's not even an eyedropper.
Yeah, this looks like a
or something like that.
Yeah, this is different. It actually is called eyedropper. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
What is that one called? I like that.
This one, I don't know. I would have to look at it. But look, I can either pick up the pink in here, and if you notice, like look right up here where the X is, this is the hex number, okay, that we're looking at. So if I hover over the pink, so I would just leave my cursor there, and then I would write down that number. Or if I like the orange, or look, I could even get the green. So it's just a cool little tool. So thanks, Michelle. I'm going to close that. Okay, so let's go back over here. Oh, here we are. Okay, so now here are my uploads. Now I already have a bunch of uploads, that I'm going to use, but all you would have to do is click uploads, and you can upload your own image, whatever you wanted it to do. Or maybe you don't even want an image on there, and you can search for, for the free version of Canva, they got so many things in here that you can search for. So say, okay, so say technology, just because that's kind of me. You know, look, I can put, and all I do is click here and it gets inserted. And now I can even add an image right here. So say I wanted this, and I'm just going to move it over here. I'm going to shrink it down just a little. Whoops. And cancel it. Put it there. And then now I'm going to go to my uploads, and let's say, okay, let me just take this for right now. So I'm just
Oh my heck, this is so cool.
And okay, so let me delete that one just because of the fact that it's too much of the same color. So let's go there. We're going to move this again. And size that. Oh, and then let's do, okay, let's just take Michelle's picture.
Gosh.
And let's put her on the TV. There you go. So, but you can see how easy that is, okay? And then what I do is I just take our little images and I can just slide them wherever I want. I can size them down.
Yeah, and guys, I've had some people ask me, where did we get these images? These are .png images, which means they're transparent. It doesn't have the white background behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got these off of a gal that creates these on Etsy.com, ETSY.com. And she creates all these different cartoon, I don't want to say cartoon, but avatar, cartoon avatars. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
I've used her for a few things before. She's got some awesome graphics like that.
Yeah, and what's really cool, I think, for us personally, even though, we're all over the place online, but at the same time, I think it's cool just to have these little images, that they've kind of become who we are, and but again, it all goes back to because we decided when we, and we're not even that old, as the blog babes, but we decided when we started, we wanted to create a brand that people, especially women, could relate to, and that's what so anyway, so that's everything that we're doing is focused around that.
And something else you could do is you can just go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and you can give them a picture of yourself, and they can create a cartoon character out of it. I know there's another word for it.
Yeah, like a caricature.
Yes, there you go.
So say I'm going to use, so now I'm just picking an image, right? And now I'm just going to, and like I'm saying, with this, I can change anything. So I'm going to use, let's see. This is just our other color that we use. I can make this a little bigger, but not really. So let me see. We might have to, let's see.
Yeah, you can't just stretch it out. It actually makes it bigger.
Right. So because of that, now look, see, I'm typing something in there. Well, if we spelled it right, I guess that would be helpful. Anyways, all I do is just go here to my font size, and I can see it's at 36. Well, that's a little too big, so let's make it down to 32, and there you go. So in here, I can even put something else here if I wanted to. And I could say, oh, that's my computer. Okay, what's going on here? Grab for free.
This is just so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm just going back to my first training when I was doing images.
Yeah, and I'm really, and wait till I'm going to show you guys something.
Shame.
It does. I mean, and believe me, I have on my computer, I have a program. Okay, it's not Adobe Illustrator, but it's comparable to that. It's called Paint.net. And just that program alone, and it's all for images, and I mean, you can create the transparent backgrounds, you can take backgrounds out, you can do different layers on images and all that kind of stuff. Just that program alone took so long to learn. And you know, and it was just very cumbersome. And so then when this came, when I discovered this, for the time that it took me to create images over in Paint, which I love it and I still use it to this day for other things, but for a nice, quick, really professional looking image, I mean, you can't beat this program to me.
I know, I love it. And you know what? I was at church on Sunday, and they have this program. They have an app now for iPhones and iPads. And even though I have an Android phone, I have an iPad, and I was at church, and somebody said an awesome quote. And I whipped open my iPad, and I went to Canva, and I was able to create that quote with a really cool background using their app. I love it.
Wow, that is cool. Okay. So for time's sake, I'm not going to do anything more here. You know, I just wanted to kind of show you a couple of those little things. With this right here, if I click here, I can save this to anything I want it to, but I'm going to leave it as training because that's just, you know, it's going to be for our training thing. Now, this is the thing that's kind of interesting to me, and most people might not pick up on this, but it bothers me. If I click this to download as an image, the image quality is not that great to me at all. Okay, it's very grainy, it's very pixelated, and so I will not download them as an image unless it's something that that you know is going to be so tiny you're really not going to notice it. So what I do now, I'm going to show you two things. You can download it as a high quality PDF, okay, and then this way you have the PDF always on your computer, which is, you know, I've done that for most of our images just because I want to save those. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to just show you, because I'll show you these two ways. But once this is downloaded,
Okay. For the clock. Where's the clock? Wait.
I know. Okay, so that got downloaded. You can see it sitting right here. So the other thing I can do, and I want to show you, and I'm going to get your opinion to see if you see a difference. Okay, I'm going to take Jing here, which is our highly most favorited little tool, and I'm just going to copy it.
Is that at the right size though? Or do you need to make it at 100%?
I probably need to make it at 100%, but I'm just going to show you something real quick. Okay, and we're going to just save it. Now, I'm going to go over here to the PDF that we just downloaded and have that open. And there's our image that we created. Now, I don't know what those little dots are right here. I hope it's not going to be in there. So now that if I take Jing here, and the reason I have to copy it with Jing is because when you're uploading to like a website or you're using your image in any way, shape, or form, you can't upload a PDF. It has to be a JPEG or a PNG file, okay? So, and Jing creates them in a PNG file, which is exactly what I want. So
that's the higher quality file too.
Yes, yes. So now I have both of them saved. So let's go over here to my files, and what I wanted to show you, these were ones that I did earlier today. If I can remember where I put them. Okay. This one, this was what I created for our training today. Okay. Now one, I downloaded it as a PDF, and then the other one I just copied with Jing. Do you see a difference with them? I mean, can you see them large enough, Michelle? Michelle?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh.
Okay, show me the difference between the two now.
Okay, so here's one, and here's two. It's kind of like the eye doctors. Here's one, here's two.
Is that one lower quality? Wait.
You know, I was really kind of surprised that the quality, I could not tell the difference in the quality. And, you know, this is a PNG, and then this is also a PNG. Just a little bit of size variation, but overall, I think they look pretty good. So that kind of said a little something to me, you know, so like this is our image that we downloaded from the PDF.
Okay.
And this is the one that I just copied off of Jing. This is the PDF. This is the one from Jing. So, you know, I was really kind of surprised that you don't really notice a huge difference in quality from just whether it's you're copying it from Jing or you're downloading it as a PDF and then you're creating it from Jing. So I thought that was pretty interesting to me. You know, it's just the geeky side of me because I see this all the time. You know, I'm just really cautious about using images because nothing kind of not upsets me, but you know, it just makes you go ooh when you just see a bad image out there.
What would be interesting, Don, is if you actually downloaded the image so we could see how grainy it is.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because there's not like a huge. Were you showing us the difference between those two to show us that there really was not a big difference between the two?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
So let's okay, so from here, this doesn't look so bad, right? So let me see if I can pull it up over here.
So this is the one that you downloaded as an image.
Yeah, let's
because I've always just been downloading it as an image.
Yeah, but for some reason I noticed. What am I doing?
Does it go to your downloads folder?
Yeah, but I thought I was saving over here, but I'm not sure. No. Okay, so then let's go. Okay. Now see, that doesn't look so bad right now to me. So, well, I don't have the answers in for you, you know, but I just know that there are some images that I have created and then downloaded, and I was very disappointed with them. And so that's why I started downloading them as a PDF and then just copying them and then just copying them with, you know, cutting them out with Jing. And
okay, so you download it as a high quality PDF and then you just take your Jing and you just swipe it. You just grab it.
Yes. Because it just seemed to give me that high quality image without a lot of graininess in it. And so, you know, and like I said, you know, we're on the internet here, so some days everything's fine, and then some days, you know how it is. You know, we kind of are dealing with some technical things. So I don't have the answers of why today everything looks wonderful. But you know, so just if you download it and you don't like the quality of your image, then just download it as the PDF and then take Jing and go ahead and cut it out and save it that way. It'll still save it as a PNG, which is a better quality image anyways. And then all you have to do is then just upload it into, you know, into your browser, or into your blog or Facebook or wherever you're putting it. It could be email marketing for all, you know, that you're using it for. But then you're just having really high quality images. And like I said, it just takes time to kind of learn what you like, you know, and letting your creativity and letting your personalities kind of come out and be displayed in the images that you're creating. And
you can actually create your own background images too, can't you? Like you can upload your own background image.
Oh yeah, for the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely. Yes. So
That's
you could, you know, I mean, and that's just what I showed you, you know, I mean, but I mean, look at all this stuff that's for free, and then you get the ones that you can pay for. But there's, you know, let me see if I uploaded any backgrounds here. Okay, so like this one, this was something I was creating for a local, you know, somebody here locally. So, you know, and then of course it was during Christmas time.
You used that on one of our trainings too, that image. Love
Oh,
it.
did I? So,
Yeah.
and see, so, because of the size difference, that's why we're kind of seeing that. But you can see how I can kind of, I can move it. I can just have the star if I wanted to, and I can move it around. Whoops, can move it around a little bit more. So, I mean, you can do all kinds of things with it.
I mean, that's not even including the banners and the buttons and the arrows and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
all the other cool stuff you can add to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you just go to the search thing, I mean, it's just unbelievable the amount of stuff. Like if I just click on banners and just let that populate, I mean, look, you're like
Yeah.
overwhelmed by the amount of information, or the things that you could do.
Well, this explains why, high-profile thought leaders love this program. Kim Garst is a huge proponent of using Canva. She talks about it all the time.
Yeah, yeah. And what I look, I mean, because this is something I really would like, to get into eventually, is creating infographics. And because those are just really big, they're very informative and everything. And look at all these images that you can use. I mean, besides everything else that they have.
Oh
But
my,
I mean, this is just.
well, that will have to be a training all on its own.
Yeah.
Well, Laura said, in regards to the quality of the images, she wrote, maybe with photos versus the text, there would be a bigger difference. So maybe that's why when you have more photos or more text, you might see a bigger difference in the quality if you had downloaded it as an image.
I guess that could be possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
You
then
know.
Chris McDonald said, another advantage to Jing is you can edit the name and find it quicker, which is true. You can name it what you want.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think that's what she was referring to,
Yes.
is naming the image, so
Yes.
which is pretty neat.
Good job, guys. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the feedback.
Yeah, we love that. Love it.
Yes, yes. So, all right, Michelle, well, let me stop this. Okay. So, I mean, I don't profess to be no expert of anything. This is all stuff that I have learned, and I'm just kind of sharing with y'all, just of the things that, over time, you kind of get to the point of, seeing what you really like, and then learning how to do that. And that's the most important thing to me. So everybody has their own little skills and their own little talents, and their own, the things that I like, not everybody's going to like, but it's just sharing what you know. Right, Michelle?
Yeah, you're definitely carving a niche for sure, because those are awesome, Donna. I love learning from you because you're so you find things that I never would have even thought to. Because I'm so impatient, I would just create an image and boom, I'm done. And you like to dig deeper. You're like, okay, let's read the terms and conditions here.
Well, no, I don't think I would do that.
So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I know that I did. And leave us a comment. Let us know that you're here. And with that, we are going to bid you adieu, and we will see you on the next training. Cheers, guys.
All right, ciao.